Podcast. Funbox Podcast. Funbox Podcast. Funbox Podcast. Funbox Podcast. Funbox Podcast. It's the Funbox Podcast and stuff.
What's going on, everybody? This is Rob Webb with the Funbox Podcast, episode 11. Today is a Christmas special with a good friend of mine, local talent, Ayden Ash.
How you doing?
Good to have you, dude. Thank you for coming.
Hey, thanks for inviting me.
Every time I open up a show, I feel so unbelievably awkward. I always feel like this is it. This is what I do. And then you're looking at me like, yeah, this is what Rob does. Here we go. How is this going to play out? But, yeah, I'm an awkward dude. But yeah, what's going on, dude?
Oh, you know what? I've had a really good day today. I ended up having the day off, so I spent it very musically, in fact.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I just found out this week that I have all of next week off.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it is very wonderful. Michelin, we work for Michelin tires. They're shut down for 2 weeks straight, so we get a week off, and it's amazing. I'm so happy. But yeah, Merry Christmas, dude.
Oh, thank you. Same to you.
Coming up, and yeah. So now that you're here, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to perform maybe a song or two after this little whatever interview or whatever. I'm not the best interviewer. If anybody has any advice, let me know. You too, Ayden. Like, you could carry this if you want. If you feel real professional. I had E-Rock on, and he was just like really good at just like talking, and I'm like, he was carrying me, and I'm like, oh, thank God. I feel so much better now.
Why don't you think that you're a good interviewer?
I just don't. I was always that kid in school that wanted to say something and raise their hand and ask a question and just chickened out all the time. That's me. And and then there was always the kid that did it, like, or asked the question that everybody loved, like the class clown, like, oh, what about this? And I'm like, damn it, I was thinking the exact same thing. I should have said something.
Well, you know, there's different styles of interview. I would start with that maybe. Like there's like a journalism style interview, there's the podcast style interview, and then there's like a job interview. And those all have different talents and different things that go into it. For podcasts, what I've seen is that the ability to get somebody to lay off of their shell and rant. If you can get them into that place where they aren't thinking anymore. And I would say that, I don't know, I think that you're a strong conversationalist, so I don't think that that's really a problem.
Well, that's good. That's good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying. It's episode 11, right? I said. Yeah. You don't have like a weird like
a mere number thing.
Yeah, like it can't be 11, dude.
No, 11's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
11. I see 11 a lot. I always make a wish, and my wish is always $1 million because I can't think of a wish fast enough because it could change, and it's always like just the go-to $1 million. I'm just like a Vegas guy. I'm such a freaking knucklehead bimbo.
I don't know. I think wishing for like a bountiful something is okay.
Yeah, bountiful of dollar bills, cold hard cash, baby.
I don't know.
But and I'm not a money guy. I actually the way I look at money is very I guess liberal in my life. I liberally spend money. Like my friends, if I go out, I can't get one pizza. Just one pizza, I get two, because it's better to me. In my eyes, it's better to have too much than too little.
Yeah. And
whenever I'm out with my friends, that's my biggest downfall in my bank account is me just spending too much money. Because they say you should save it. You know, you should save it. Do this. I'm like, yeah, I could die today.
Yeah, but if you're getting that many pizzas for friends, isn't that part of just your life and self and why you work in the first place is to be able to give those things to those people?
Exactly. Well, that's how I feel too. Yeah. And to me, saving like a miser in my room, like, yeah, I got this money, I'm saving, is kind of like I don't. What? Yeah, I could, like I said, like this sounds morbid, and a lot of people are like, "Why? How can you live like that?" where you really think that you could die at any moment. I'm like, yeah, I do. Honestly, I do. I know that sounds like depressing, but I don't get depressed about it. That's just the facts of life. Whenever I'm on the road and the semi truck's like coming this way, I'm like, yeah, it could be my time right now. Thank God. Okay, it's not. All right, cool. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think that when we become aware of our own mortality, it's easy to start off depressed with that. But just like the 5 stages of grief, you finally end up at acceptance. And I think that that is a very liberating thought and allows people to actually live in the moment in ways that maybe we're wrongly discouraged to do.
Right. Yeah, that's true. A lot of times, yeah, that feeling of or just being frugal, like I don't got the money to do that. You end up staying inside when you didn't have to spend a lot of money at all. You just had to go out, and a lot of times, sometimes I'll just tell people, just come, man. Good friends of mine, that'll be like the number one excuse for a lot of people. Will be like, I don't got the money for this. It's like, dude, I don't even care. We'll find a way.
It's interesting that we started with that on the Christmas special, because Christmas, or at least the solstice in general throughout human history, has been about community and death. It's literally the darkest time. It's the time that before modern medicine we would have seen probably the most mortalities, but it's also the time of community giving and mindfulness.
Absolutely. I feel like a lot of my outlooks on things make me accountable for my community. This is one thing that I'm trying to do to I guess engage with more of my community too, like you. And I don't get to see you too often. I don't get to see a lot of the people I play with too often. And this affords me that opportunity to, I don't know. I guess it's in a way, it's a selfish way to for people to see who I am, and for people to, but it's also giving to somebody too. I hope it's also an avenue for other people, even though it's a Jimmy Rig stupid podcast.
I think it's wonderful.
But thank you. I just it's just like I said, every episode I keep saying this. It's a therapy session for me. Every single episode.
Yeah.
And to talk to people, to get better at anything. I don't know, job interviews maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll help me with that.
It might.
Like I don't know, just the confidence. And that's one thing I've battled my entire life, was the confidence in anything. And I think that's why I went to music and comedy. And like, I love comedy. I literally hate myself. I hate myself. So I make jokes about it, or make jokes about everything else. And I see myself in a lot of people, and I can make a joke about it. Cause
I think
that's what I hate about me.
that strikes home with me as well. Performance really helped me understand how to communicate with people in a way that I wasn't very good at starting off. And so I attribute and thank performance for helping me with that.
Absolutely. And what all do you do? I know you're a violinist, or
I try to be.
And it's pretty good. He jammed with me at the Old Prague a bunch of times, like or at the Route 6 pub, a lot of different places. Just around Vermilion, Ohio. Everybody, that's where we're broadcasting from. Vermilion, Ohio. You don't know where it is? Well, it's in between that roller coaster place and Cleveland on Lake Erie.
Yeah, maybe a little closer to the roller coaster place.
Yeah, well, it seems weird. Whenever I drive to Sandusky, it seems like a longer time to get there than it does to Cleveland. I don't know why.
Probably there's so much to look at. Every 5 miles, there's another setup.
Yeah, and like Sandusky is just like roads. Then you hit a bridge or something. Like, oh yeah, there's the roller coasters. But yeah, Cleveland's cool. I like driving in there. I like driving to Cleveland. Even it's our little city that's big to me. Like, people are like, Chicago, man, New York, L.A. That's like all three of them combined. Like three Clevelands.
Cleveland is nice. The thing that I like about, or I'd say one of the strengths of Ohio, and the reason why people that leave Ohio tend to come back, I feel, is that the friendships that people make here feel more like family.
Oh yeah, that's like the number one thing. I saw a meme like that. It was like, why don't I leave Ohio? Friends and family. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
But that's important. I'm not going to say that that doesn't happen in other places, but it seems to be very ubiquitous here. Whereas I lived in Austin for a bit, loved it, absolutely loved it. One of the best things about it was there were so many young professionals. No matter who you were talking to, they had something that they were trying to create in their life, and they had a network they were trying to build in order to create it. And so it was very inspiring to get into that kind of a system where everybody is wheeling and dealing. And it was wild because around here, you know, if somebody's like, hey, let's jam sometime, you're not going to hear from them. But out there, if they set it, they set a time and then it happened. And then you were in the studio the next week. Okay. Everything was very rapid in that way, and it was very real. So I learned a lot about that. But I've also learned a lot about the like friend families that places around the Great Lakes seem to create as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something with I don't like Sandusky though. I really don't. I know that the roller coasters are good, but man, when I get out in Sandusky, there's something that happens. I don't know if it's like a weird barrier that I go through, but it's like I go into like an episode of Black Mirror where everybody's like soul is gone or something. I don't know. But I go to Cleveland and there's like real soulful type people, you know? Even if they're angry and pissed off, at least they got like this soul to them, you know?
Yes.
And when I go to Sandusky, it's just like, hey, I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know. Cedar Point's different.
I think
obviously.
people are a little bit drained. If you think about all the tourism that happens in Sandusky, a lot of that tourism is catered to by these larger corporate businesses. And so the average employee that lives in Sandusky is probably making close to that minimum wage, is probably working 2 jobs. And no matter how good they are at working 2 jobs, it's not as though it's going to result in them, like, you know, changing their life around within a year. Right. And so it makes people disenchanted to the point that they're not really thinking about the future. They're just trying to get through the moment. And that kind of a glass ceiling, it can be very depressing and paralyzing for people.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Maybe you explained it.
There's not really much of a middle class in Sandusky. I mean, there is, but there isn't.
Yeah. Everybody's awaiting that nice warm bath.
Yeah.
With those razor blades. Just kidding. But anyway, but yeah, Christmas special. Happy thoughts. I actually really love this time of year. It's a lot of times, a lot of people, insufferable types, they take this, it weighs them down because a depression, like we said, depression's it's crazy, man. It eats
it's a dark time.
It is. Yeah. I know everything about it. Everything about depression, I definitely know. Been in that dark corner before, but it takes other people to help you out of that for sure, and a lot of times it takes you to force something. You got to do something. I heard cleaning out your car and vacuuming it out, and then getting in your car to go somewhere. Will like chop off a lot of that depression. You'll feel good about yourself. Or like rearranging your furniture in your house.
Isn't that funny how that works? Like,
it's weird.
Our habitat is like somehow like resembles our own minds.
Yeah, it is. Like if it's real messy, it's like those hoarding episodes. It's a pattern that keeps happening, and then it weighs them down. It almost gets too overwhelming, and their mind and their house are like connected.
What do you think causes most people to hoard? Let's not say like the the people on that show, but in general. Yeah.
Preserving things. Like trying to identify with what they have. In some way, I don't know, or just a complete. A lot of it is hoarding. The terminology has gone to people throwing diapers up a stairs, and it just keeps building up. Yeah. I really don't know. I never looked at hoarding like that. It was always hoarding. It was always specific. I guess that is specific if it's like piling up diapers. But
that might be more on the lines of like a type of like laziness or
and it
or
just
just not existing entirely.
yeah, and it just keeps piling up, and that could make them depressed. And they're like, it's just too much to even go on. This is just my routine. This is what I do, and it's a spiral, and it just spirals down. And is that as far as that hoarding goes? Newspapers, books, people do that. People do like junk mail. Just hoards junk mail, and it just keeps piling up on their table or something.
Yeah.
And it's. I don't know. I don't know if it's.
So I guess that would be like a passive hoarding, right? Like if
Yeah.
you passively allow things to collect. What about active hoarding?
Yeah, like Pez dispensers or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, something like that.
Oh man, I don't even know if that would be a problem. To me, I'd look at it as like he's just a eccentric dude or girl. I don't know, and they love Pez dispensers or garden gnomes or something,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Like, wow, you have way too many.
I think when people feel vulnerable, they loop to the comfort and the familiar. And there's a good chance if a person collects Pez dispensers that they got a Pez dispenser at a really key point in their life, and that is almost like a totem for them at that point.
Yeah, I think it's different. Like a lot of people collect. If you're a collector, I think that's a little different. Like they got the Funko Pop things now, and Maggie's been kind of starting a collection of that, and I've been helping her with it, and it's not bad. It's just getting to a point where we need to like create its own space. Like make shelves dedicated to Funko Pops, you know?
What is a Funko Pop?
Funko Pops are... Give me a second.
Okay, take your time.
All right. Funko Pops, these they come out with different characters all the time.
Okay.
You could get, this is Beetlejuice and, what's her name from Beetle, they get married at the end.
I don't remember her name.
I can't, whatever. I don't know why I don't. But yeah, these are Funko Pops and they're cool. They're real
Yeah,
detailed.
they're cute and clever.
They're like vinyl, like figurines or something. But they come out.
Not a paid sponsorship.
Yeah, not a paid. There was a really cool one. It was a Jeff Goldblum laying down from Jurassic Park with his shirt open.
Okay.
It's like, but yeah, they're really cool and they're real detailed and they come out with these and you could collect a whole bunch. You could get. What's cool about them is that you could find a Funko Pop for something that you particularly like. It could be like Mr. T from the A-Team and the whole A-Team.
Yeah.
Or you could get like
it's nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah, we have like this. It's like it's not just Beetlejuice. It's not just what's her name. It's that scene where they get married. It's very specific,
Yeah.
But or like
I'm sure
where they like he forcefully marries her, and he's like way older than. Like what? Even as a kid, I was like, "Hey,
I would have to rewatch Beetlejuice to pick up on some of those undertones. I think.
When you're a kid, you don't really think, but then you start watching it, and you're
No,
like, wait, he's like 20 years older than her, and she's not even 18 yet. I don't think.
Yeah, why is she into this walking booger anyway? Like, what's going on here?
Save that one for later.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, these are
That's
fun.
an interesting movie. I'm gonna have to revisit that to see what my adult self thinks about it.
Tim Burton, I didn't know Tim Burton did Pee-wee's Playhouse Adventure.
I did hear that. Yeah,
I just found that out. I'm like, of course,
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
yeah. When you watch it, I'm like, yeah, of course, Tim Burton would do that. And all those Batmans. When I was a kid, I didn't realize Tim Burton was a part of all the Michael Keaton Batmans. I'm like, yeah, of course. Very Tim Burton. All the trees.
The second one, Batman, just Batman. To me, could have been directed by many people. Like it didn't really feel as Tim Burton-y. But the second one really came across that way.
Oh yeah, with the penguin.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's when I think he got carte blanche on that one and kind of went for it.
Yeah, that was a good one with the penguin.
It was hilarious because it's a really dark movie. Like everything from the tone to the dialogue to the context is kind of adult. And they had a heck of a time trying to market those McDonald's toys,
right,
off of the movie.
Yeah,
who wants a penguin toy? That guy was like disgusting.
Yeah,
like,
he was disgusting. Eating that fish, that raw fish.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was one couple pack. And yeah, Walken was in it. I'm like, dude, good cast, awesome
Yeah,
cast.
definitely.
Michelle Pfeiffer, that
And,
sexy cat costume. It's like the coolest cat costume from all of them. Like Tim Burton nailed it, the cat costume in that one. I was like, dude, that's good. I saw a guy with a tattoo of her from that movie, the Catwoman, and it was badass. He had like the shine and the the latex or whatever shine. I'm like, dude, that is sweet.
Yeah, I think a lot of people discovered themselves that year.
Yeah, or the year when that movie came out.
Yeah, when it dropped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that was-
discovered myself when Roger Rabbit came out, and I was really young. I was way too young to be into Jessica Rabbit. That's all I got to say about that. It's like, really? That's the sexiest woman I've ever seen in my life, and it was like it was a cartoon.
Well, she's impossible. She's
It's the impossibly sexy,
But that's it really worked because she was the character of the lady in the red dress.
Yeah.
So for her to be like completely artificial as well, that actually was an interesting take.
Yeah, it's great. I could talk about this forever. How much? 21. You know what? We're gonna cut it short. We're gonna go and we're gonna do some songs for you guys. So here we go. All right, everybody. Me and Ayden, just in your perspective, we just popped a guitar in my hand. Boom, a guitar. He has a violin. We're gonna do some Christmas music. In between the song, we might have a little combo in between the songs.
That'd be nice.
Because I'd like to talk to you about what you're a massage therapist now.
Yes. I work out of the Needed Touch. They have locations in both Amherst and Elyria. Yeah, come down and see us. It's actually, I would say I've worked with other body workers before, and I would say that this is probably the most like talented staff that I've been with.
Awesome, dude. You definitely seem like a guy that would be a massage therapist, and that's not an insult. You're just very soothing. I like
Yeah.
it. I want a guy that soothes me. I want a guy or a gal that soothes me. Usually a gal is fine. I could just have a gal like pound on my back and that's fine. It's like, yeah, it's a girl, yeah. But if it's a guy, it can't be like a trucker. It has to be a soothing man.
Well, not too many truckers go into the massage therapy business for one.
No, but they need massages.
Yeah, they do. Lower back issues for people that drive that often, no matter if they're driving truck or anything. It's a problem, and it's something that we see daily.
I have 2 knots on the lower back. On each the lower back side, like kidney sides. I don't know if that's bad.
I mean, it's not good.
No, they're knots, and they roll around. I could like,
Yeah.
it's
And
like
they might be lipomas. If I can't, I'm not going to diagnose you, but if it's something that it's a mass and it's moving around like that, but it doesn't hurt, there's a good chance that it's a lipoma.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's on the other side, it's okay, right? It's like the bipedal, the whole. You check over here. If it's over here, all right, there we go.
Yeah, that's medical.
Right. If it's only over here, you're like, fuck. It's a tumor. It's not a tumor. But yeah, this is a song. This is inspired by the Tony Bennett version of "Have Yourself a Merry Christmas," and with like I don't know, doo-wop, rockabilly chord progression. I don't know the technical term for it, but it's in C. Here we go. I'm gonna start out with the intro.
Okay.
You'll
All right. We'll build into it.
All right, here we go. Christmas. Whoop. Let me get the reverb going. Boom. Christmas future is far away. Christmas past is past. Christmas present is here today, bringing joy that will last. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on side gate. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, be golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, travel near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang the shining star upon the highest bough. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Beautiful. Oh, that was good. Very pretty. Oh man, dude. Okay, we're talking about like Christmas time and how that time of year. I don't know what it is, man, but it gets enchanting. Like there's like these moments of enchanting moments that happen, even if it's like the twinkle of a glass or glass sparkling or ice cubes like settling in a glass or just any little sound and like sparkle. I don't know. There's something about it, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I'm lucky. I was born on Christmas, and it kind of. I don't want to get older, dude. Bottom line, and it keeps me from like I don't want. They're like, oh, you get screwed, right? I'm like, I don't want a birthday. I'd rather it be Christmas.
Yeah. That's probably the best birthday present, really.
My mom says.
And everybody's happy, you know,
Yeah.
when it's, because my birthday's in September, and I love having a September birthday because it's my favorite month weather-wise as well. So it's very easy to be outside. It's very easy to do all the things that I want to be doing in September. So I like that as a birthday month. However, in September, usually I'm much happier than other people because they're going back to school. They're, their kids are going back to school, and to them it means something completely different. But to have a December birthday, especially one on Christmas, it's almost as if other people can share in your joy, and that I think is a present unto itself.
Absolutely. I share a birthday with Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Christmas baby as well.
Cool.
and Jesus Christ.
Lest we forget.
When you're talking about that, like that moment of letting go, or like letting go of like when you're around these people, even when you don't want to have fun, like, and you're just humbug, and you're around your family, and then you have like the aunt or uncle or the grandma or the mom that's like, hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, and like you're like being all emo, like even then, like it feels good. Like I've been a teenager before. I've been a teenager that hated Christmas, you know, and that moment of letting go of like your insecurities or what you need to make you feel secure. And they were talking about Linus and Charlie Brown, and when he lets go of the blanket to say the speech, you know, it's like that was his security blanket. And the story of Christmas, and whether or not you believe in the story of Christmas or not, it was just his security. So it was like, and I was like, man, Charlie Brown is so deep. So deep, man.
Honestly, I have
Such a
I have
pussy.
trouble with Charlie Brown. The show itself is plenty cute. Charlie Brown himself is just fine in my mind.
He's a manic depressant, though.
Well, there's a lot of things that you can say about a bald child and how they got there. The thing that gets me is that for the most part, everybody treats him really poorly. If you
Yeah.
look at every single relationship that Charlie Brown has, everybody calls themselves his friend more or less, but very few of them actually ever lift him up. And
Right.
and that's always been weird to me about that particular show.
Yeah, that girl that will hold the football.
Yeah, Lucy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I don't like that girl, man. I always hated that girl. She always thinks she knows everything. She has that stand. Like, I ain't gonna have her tell me about my problems. No. But yeah, I don't know. I love this time of year though. It actually drops off after this happens. It's gonna be after New Year's. After the New Year's ball drop. That's when it's like, yep, here we go. The only good thing about getting
But the days
older,
get longer. Like you
Yeah.
can feel them, especially when February hits. You can really feel the days getting longer.
Yeah.
And that's good.
And then-
There's something in that.
the only good plus side about getting older, you know how time speeds up.
Okay.
Well, to me, it's like super fast now.
Yeah. Okay.
And after New Year's, at least, it's only like 3 months until I can get out of this crap.
Well, we're in Ohio as well, where
Yeah, you're not out of the woods until like May or
yeah,
something.
yeah. It takes a good minute.
But yeah, man, dude. Once again, thank you for coming, dude.
Thank you for having me.
We're gonna attempt another song, and it's "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen." I just kind of learned it today. I knew the words from growing up.
We just went over a couple of notes, and we're gonna see what we can do.
Here we go. I'm gonna have to sing along to get the thing. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born upon this day to save us all from Satan's power and we've gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born upon this day soar from Satan's power, and we've gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. You're gonna have to forgive us, guys. Go forgive me at least. But that's it, man. Dude, thank you so much again,
Thank
dude.
you.
That's a good episode. Christmas special. Merry Christmas, everybody. From the Fun Box to you, from Ayden Ash to you. What else? Oh yeah, let me see. I got something for you. Here you go. I got stickers. Got stickers, everybody. So if you see these every now and then on a bumper or something, that's you'll know it. You'll know where that came from. But yeah, dude, hit it.
Thank
The
you,
rock.
Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you kindly.
Peace out. And to play us out, I'm gonna play I would play. What am I? We already did some Christmas songs. Truth Monster came out with a record, and it's on Spotify, streaming services, iTunes, Pandora. I'm going to play a track off their new record. I should have had it queued up. In the meantime, what do you got? Got any plugins? What are you doing in the future? What do you got going?
You know, I still do sometimes take care of the Facebook group that I used to have, Vermilion Music Nights.
Okay.
I think it still has close to like 300 people on it. And whenever I'm doing something, or other people like Sean Facemeyer, Sid Jordan, some of the local folks do things, they sometimes post through there. If anything, as opposed to promoting my own shows,
gonna be fine.
As opposed to promoting some of my shows, but I do play at. You can catch me in Vermilion at Old Prague and sometimes Route 6 Pub, but I play Cleveland area, Port Clinton. I play pretty much around the lakes. But more so than endorsing myself, though, I would really like to endorse the Facebook group that was created, Vermilion Music Nights, because not only me but other local people promote on it as well.
Yeah.
So you can catch a lot of the local talent through there, and has a user base, I want to say, of like 300 people. So it does catch people, and I've had people come out on because they saw it on there. So if anything, to all the local talented people, or for people that are just looking for something to do on a lazy evening, I would say that would be what I want to put out there.
Great. Awesome, dude. All right. Well, that sounds good. All right. We'll see what happens, but thank you guys for tuning in. Merry Christmas once again. Peace. We out of here. Here's Truth Monster with one of their tracks off their new record.